Right now at 10, today's spring-like weather is not going to stick around. We have much more on tomorrow's alert day and how it may affect your work week.
We got a problem. We got pushing and shoving. We got a lot of chirping. We got a wrestling match going on.
Oh, we had big problems today at the Kohl Center, and it turned into a fight. We're going to break down what happened after the final buzzer. Plus, new developments in Eastern Europe, where the U.S. says Russia is on its way to invading Ukraine. That's all coming up at 10. Well, it sure was a busy day of news, but on Madison's west side today, it was a day of celebration as friends and family celebrated Don Helfrich today, 2 days before he turns 100 years old. It was a beautiful day for a party, and we're going to have that full story at the end of our newscast. But right now, that nice weather, Austin, it's not going to be sticking around. It's going to be pretty nasty. He's got your certified most accurate forecast out on the patio.
Oh, and you know, it just felt so great outside today. It still feels quite nice out there. So you might think I'm crazy if I tell you that we're going to see some freezing rain and lighter snowfall for tomorrow, but that is on the way. Currently 32 degrees right now in Madison, still in the 40s in Janesville, currently at 41 degrees, and our wind speeds really have calmed down. So with some pretty calm winds in lower 30s, well, it feels quite nice outside here on this Sunday night. Current Doppler track is also staying dry as we're only looking at mostly cloudy skies for the nighttime hours tonight. Tomorrow, especially late in the day and throughout much of Tuesday, winter weather advisories are going to go into effect starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow, lasting until about 6 p.m. on Tuesday here for most of our communities. And that is because we have an alert day on the way. We're looking at some lighter freezing rain, some lighter snowfall as well, but you don't need much at all when it comes to freezing rain to cause some pretty major issues. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll detail the latest on what we're expecting and a look at beyond this alert day, all coming up in just a bit.
Thanks so much, Austin. You can stay ahead of tomorrow's alert day by downloading our First Warn Forecast weather app. It's free and available in the App Store.
Howard and Guard are not happy right now as the two of them continue to have words. We told you Juwan Howard was not happy about that timeout. And Juwan Howard just threw a right hand. And now we got a scrum.
Yikes. That was a scene from the Kohl Center in the aftermath of a Badgers basketball beatdown of Michigan this afternoon. Our Jordan Reed was actually there to witness all of it and joins us now with more.
Brad, you know, I've never seen anything like that before. I was right there on the court when things went south, and it's unfortunate that our lead isn't about Wisconsin's blowout win. It's about what happened right after the game. Now, here's another look. In the handshake line following the Badgers' 77-63 win over the Wolverines, things start heating up between Greg Gard and Juwan Howard. That's when you see Howard reaching through the traffic. He strikes one of UW's assistant coaches, Joe Krabenhoft. Howard says he was upset about how Wisconsin used a late game timeout, and here's what Gard had to say about how it all started.
He came up to me and pulled his max down and said, "I'll remember that." And he started pointing it at me and tapped me in the chest. And I said, "Hold on. Let me explain to you why I took the timeout." Maybe he doesn't know the rule. I wasn't going to put my players in that type of situation to have to break a press in 4 seconds, coming stiff and cold off the bench. I wouldn't do that for a regular group. So that's where it started, that he said, "I'll remember that, I'll remember that." And I said, "Hey, let me tell you why I did what I did." And he didn't want any part of it.
There's no space for conduct like that. The Big Ten takes pride in sportsmanship. The Big Ten takes pride in acting with class. And that didn't happen today.
Michigan's athletic director says he's aware of what happened and will review the situation and work with the Big Ten to determine any next steps. He says he and Michigan's president have also reached out to UW to apologize for Howard's behavior. And the Big Ten has also been in contact with both schools and is assessing the situation. They plan to take swift action and appropriate action when the review is complete. As for everything happened before the brawl, we have that coming up, including Michael Finley's number retirement.
Yeah, it was a big day on the court as well. Thanks so much, Jordan. Continuing coverage tonight, the family of Quadron Wilson, the man hurt in an officer-involved shooting earlier this month, they say they're continuing their fight for justice. Tahlil Mohodin joined them this afternoon and explains how they're taking a whole new approach for their cause.
Means a lot to me. A lot. community barbecue meant to show appreciation.
Good seeing everybody finally smiling after the whole situation.
From the family of Quadron Wilson, the man hurt in an officer-involved shooting.
We're not here to start any problems. We're not here to start any riots. We're not here to get back in a violent way.
A thank you to those who are offering their support during a difficult situation.
Despite the circumstances, there's still so much joy in being able to share food, cook a meal, eat together.
Quadron's brother, Maine Morris, says today his family is devoting their time to people in the community.
There's an injustice that continues to happen in our country, and it hurts. It hurts. And the only way that we can really come together to find a vision for the future is in community.
Giving them a place to speak up.
Talk about their family members, anyone's that been lost to gun violence, or, anything they want to come talk about.
And answering their questions.
We're not here trying to cover anything up for my brother or nothing. My brother has always been the type to take responsibility for his actions.
It's what Morris says he wants the 2 DCI officers who fired their guns during Quadron's arrest to do.
It's not right for somebody to shoot somebody, not have a reason on why they shoot him, and still be free.
Hoping his family's story will make an impact.
I think we all need to come together as one, and we all need to fight for justice as one.
In Madison, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
On Friday, the Dane County Sheriff's Office said they found no evidence that Wilson had a weapon at the time of his arrest. That same day in court, the 38-year-old was charged with a felony count of delivering narcotics. We're following developments tonight in Eastern Europe. President Biden has reportedly agreed to meet with Vladimir Putin. Now, Biden hosted a meeting today at the White House to talk about Russia's military buildup on the border of Ukraine. New satellite video is giving us an idea of just how close Russia's military is to Ukraine. U.S. officials say that 190,000 troops will attack Ukraine at some point this week. The Secretary of State is set to meet with Russia's foreign minister later this week. Next tonight, a block on the east side is back open tonight after a severe gas leak. This happened on Egan Road near the Princeton Club. Officials shut off the gas for a 1-block radius yesterday around 4 o'clock. Crews spent this morning opening up doors and windows to some of the buildings so they could ventilate. Topping our COVID headlines tonight, Summerfest organizers say they're scaling back their COVID precautions. When the festival returns in Milwaukee this summer, guests will not need to wear a mask or show proof of a negative test or vaccination. The 2020 event was canceled due to the pandemic. Summerfest is set to begin on June 23rd. In more COVID news tonight, Queen Elizabeth has tested positive for the virus. Officials at Buckingham Palace says she is having cold-like symptoms, but expects to continue working. Earlier this year, the 95-year-old became the UK's longest reigning monarch. And some good news out of Australia tonight. Planes are once again landing in the country for the first time in 2 years. Borders are back open. Australia has some of the strictest COVID rules in the world. Anyone who is vaccinated is now able to enter their country. We're expecting an update from the Madison School District this week on whether it's going to keep their mask mandate in place past March 1st. That's when the Dane County's order is set to expire. And meanwhile, 2 local groups hosted a virtual forum tonight for Madison's school board candidates. The candidates were able to talk about their hopes for the district and the changes they think needs to be made to help students readjust after the pandemic. Other districts in our area have already decided what they're going to do for the masks next month. We've got a full list right now on our website, channel3000.com. New at 10 tonight, turning tragedy into hope. A Dane County High School is rallying around a former student. Chris Stanford shows us how the community is coming together.
He's one of Waunakee's hockey heroes, but Tyler Hoffman could use a win now more than ever. He's been playing college hockey for Purdue Northwest. While home for the holiday, though, a car crash landed him in the emergency room. He's had multiple brain surgeries. Doctors say it could be years before they understand the full impact of his injuries. Now,
this is his hometown. Everybody knows him here.
Tyler's getting an assist from his old high school.
Each ticket is worth $2.
The student council is taking action by selling raffle tickets.
When something like this happens, we all rally, we all come together, and we will hold you up.
Come together, they did. Local businesses donating raffle prizes, signs and stickers supporting Tyler's fight, and schools setting rivalries aside.
Students and parents and even some of the coaches were wearing red, Tyler's favorite color.
It's all for Tyler and his mother.
As a single mom, she's now having to go back to work in order to get the health insurance she needs for Tyler.
Then a phone call.
And I just wanted to tell you that after today, we'll have raised just about $7,000 for you guys.
Oh my goodness. I am beyond words right now. What these kids have done has just restored a sense of faith and sense of community and coming together and rallying around each other.
Can't wait to give you the biggest hug.
Oh, I would love that.
In Wanakee, Chris Stanford, News 3 Now.
The raffle is over, but you can still donate to Tyler's family. You can find that link on channel3000.com. After the break, we're going to have another story of a community in our area that's stepping up for a good cause. That's coming up in about 3 minutes.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including dwellings for best furniture, best home accessories, best interior design. Nominate dwellings today at madisonmagazine.com.
Here's the newest spin on Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's X times the money. A new family of games with prices from $1 to $20. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the multiplier and top prize, all the way up to $200,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Your senator is working with Donald Trump to take away your right to vote.
That's exactly what Ron Johnson is doing. It's why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act.
With the Bucks, Alex Lasry took a stand.
Alex Lasry has used his power to expand voting rights.
I'll be a senator about action, not talk. We need to protect voting rights.
What makes him tick is his love and respect for people.
Equity and justice make us stronger. Alex gets it done.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including dwellings for best furniture, best home accessories, best interior design. Nominate dwellings today at madisonmagazine.com.
Last year, we told you about a local wrestling coach waging a fierce battle off the mat with cancer. On Monday, Josh Sprider will catch up with Coach Kate.
Be proactive, not reactive. We're watching a Midwestern winter storm. That's Monday morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
When 2 Mineral Point firefighters died last month after their engine was hit by a semi, their community wanted to do something to help. They decided to host a fundraiser in support of their families, but as Christina Laurie explains, that quickly turned into much, much more.
Thank you for your service is one of the simplest things you can say to a first responder.
The best part of this job is just pretty simply helping people that need help.
It's even more powerful when you show it.
Whatever the situation might be, we're there to help.
Dozens of firefighters and the hundreds of men and women they serve spent their Sunday helping in a different way, the Wisconsin way, hosting a chicken barbecue fundraiser for the families the Mineral Point firefighters killed in the line of duty left behind.
Sometimes in a small community, a familiar face really means a lot to them.
Highland Fire Chief Kurt James only knew Captain Brian Bush and James Ludlam through work. But in firefighting, professional relationships quickly become personal.
You know, everybody will see the fire scene or the crash scene, but not everybody sees all the training and the hard work that goes into it.
Fellow fighter Tom Mishak didn't know Brian and James at all, but there's a special bond between all first responders that regular people simply can't understand.
Some of the risk that they don't know about, the time and the man hours that it takes to do those sort of things, even at the volunteer level.
Regardless, many regular people are still stepping up.
You know, these are people I grew up with,
including our own Leah Lynchide.
A lot of these folks knew the Mineral Point firefighters who were killed, but some of them didn't know them, and it doesn't matter. They're still going to step up for their small town and make sure that they're supported.
Not just saying, but showing their gratitude. In Highland, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
And by the time our crew left this morning, the Highland Fire Department had already raised $10,000 for James and Brian's families. In more local news tonight, a downtown Madison church is leading the way in climate change. The First Congregational United Church of Christ today celebrated the installment of new solar panels on its roof. The panels are estimated to provide about 65% of the electricity for the church, with annual savings of about $8,000 to $10,000. Now, those savings will be used to support local causes advocating for social justice.
This congregation is committed to not only talking about social justice, but walking that walk. And so this was a day where we could say we did this great thing, but not just for ourselves.
Despite some slight delays from the pandemic, the panels were installed last fall. Solar panels are just the first step in the Congregational is taking in order to help their environment. A lost pup is heading home. Beloit police say they found a dog named Victor wandering by himself on White Oaks yesterday. Officers tried to identify him through his rabies tag. Luckily, he was microchipped, so they did find that family. Police say he's safe and sound tonight, but he's probably in some big trouble tonight. I don't know. He was so cute. How could you be in trouble?
Oh, he was, right. Oh, and you know, he's probably loving the weather outdoors today. I know I was. I spent some time out there because I know we're going to start to cool things down. And Monday and Tuesday are going to be cooler, but not only that, we're going to see some precipitation returning to the area. And that could be in the form of freezing rain and light snowfall here for a lot of us. That light mix expected to start the week. We're going to stay mild here for tonight. Temperatures only really falling into the upper 20s. But another snow chance still on the table here for late Thursday and generally in that overnight period as well. Current Doppler track does look fantastic. We're only going to see mostly cloudy skies tonight, not looking at any precipitation for the overnight hours tonight into Monday morning. But then by the time we reach Monday afternoon, we're going to put that alert day into effect Monday night and through Tuesday. Freezing rain, sleet, and light snow all on the table here with this mess that's on its way. Ice and snow accumulations still looking possible, still looking likely even, but we're just not going to see large amounts of precipitation. Most of us are going to be under 1 inch of snowfall, but snow is not the main threat that we're watching out for. It's actually going to be that freezing rain potential. Some freezing rain, sleet, all on the table for tomorrow. And if we do see freezing rain, only a few hundredths of an inch of freezing rain is needed to cause a lot of roadway concerns. And we could see upwards of about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of that freezing rain. So that's really our main concern right now. I do think we're going to see that first blast in the evening hours on Monday, and then a little bit of a lull overnight. It's not going to be precipitating the entirety of this event, but we'll see that next blast moving through in the morning hours of Tuesday. So I do think Tuesday, throughout much of the day, is where we're going to see those roads at their slickest. Most of Monday still should be good until we get to around sunset, and then we'll start to see the precipitation falling. Then that'll actually clear out late in the day on Tuesday. Here's another wider view of this system. It's a pretty large one. Down to our south, we're going to see quite a bit of some rainfall here in northern Illinois. We're locally going to see that little bit of a mix, some freezing rain, sleet, rain, and snow all on the table. And up in the Northwoods, they're going to see some pretty hefty snow snowfall totals as well. Local winter weather advisories will go into effect at 5 p.m. tomorrow, lasting through 6 p.m. on Tuesday. So it's going to be a pretty long-lasting event here with this. Future track snow, however, doesn't show much here for southern Wisconsin. We're really not going to see too much snowfall. Our northern communities may still pick up around 1 to 3 inches of snow, but my main concern right now, this is it, the future track ice. If we saw a 1/10 of an inch in Wisconsin Dells, that would cause quite a few issues. If we see 2/10, 3/10 of an inch of that freezing rain accumulation, we really could be talking about more issues as well. But then that extended forecast does show the alert day for Tuesday. It's not going to look like much accumulation overall here with what we're expecting, but it'll just look wet for a lot of us. But do take it slow on those roads. It's going to be slick at times, especially if we see that freezing rain develop.
It was a pretty darn big day on the hardwood for the Badgers' win to the Cleveland All-Star game. We've got all of your hoops coverage coming up next in sports.
Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection serves all of Dane County and the surrounding communities. And with our new location in Monroe, we also proudly serve all of Greene County.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
This may sound strange, but you've been here before. You were here when this wrench was turned, and when this line was drawn. Oh, and when this stitch was sewn. Because you inspired the new Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, looking back at some of today's amazing plays.
Check it out, the old double play. 2 machines at once.
I'm not even sure that's allowed. And how about this celebration?
Man, these guys are on form. Yeah. And an incredible drink delivery. Whoa! What a great recovery.
Yeah, and that beer looks pretty delicious.
It sure does. Let's join them.
Heck yeah.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Readers rejoice. Madison Magazine's Big Book List is back. Choose from dozens of new local titles. Meet amazing Wisconsin authors. And visit indie bookstores thriving in challenging times. Check out Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Introducing the City Guide 2022 from the award-winning Madison Magazine, with insider tips on where to eat, what to do, and places to see. Available for a limited time on area newsstands or online at madisonmagazine.com.
What's so fantastic about the fantastic 4-day sale at Denver Mattress? Well, that's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. 4 days of fantastic prices, like the Summit Firm, only $249.99. Or how about fantastic deals with up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic mattress sets and get a $300 gift. And the most fantastic of all, get 7 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the fantastic 4-day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
It's a day that's going to be
be hard to forget, sadly, for the wrong reason. Gregard hoped his team's second-half effort and the celebration of a Badger legend wouldn't get overshadowed by the post-game brawl. But now that we've seen the ending, let's backtrack and see how Wisconsin routs Michigan. It's a back-and-forth battle to start. It's tied at 31 at halftime, and then the tempo really starts to pick up. Johnny Davis easily finding the bottom of the net off his jumper, and then, of course, on the follow-through with this tough bucket, he turns it into an old-fashioned three-point play. The Badgers blow this game wide open with help from Davis's 17 points in the second half. Then Chucky Hepburn puts the cherry on top with a triple. They win 77-63. Davis leads the way with 25 points. Wisconsin back in a three-way tie atop the Big Ten standings with Purdue and Illinois.
It overshadowed momentarily. I'm not going to let it overshadow it much longer than once I walk out of here. In fact, as soon as those questions are done about that, our team played really well in the second half, and we got a damn good team.
Just like Brad was saying, we'll fight for our brothers and our coaches, but also, we got bigger things to look forward to. The game was already over, we already won, and we're moving on to bigger and better things.
Despite what happened post-game, it is a day of celebration for Wisconsin basketball. The program honored a former player at halftime who truly set the standard at Wisconsin, Michael Finley. The Badger great officially saw his number retired in front of family, friends, former teammates, coaches, and fans. His name was already etched into the record books, but now his number 24 is forever hanging in the Kohl Center rafters.
My main focus was to win as many basketball games as I could, put the Wisconsin basketball program on the map. A lot was sacrificed during my time here as a basketball player, and today is just a celebration of that. And although it's my name and number going up in the rafters, there's a lot of people who I have to give credit to for making that day possible.
Well, it all leads to tonight, the NBA All-Star Game. Giannis and Chris Middleton representing the Bucks. Giannis is on Team LeBron. He opens scoring with a bang, and then he'll follow it up a few minutes later with 2 more dunks. The Greek Freak finishes with 30 points tonight. Middleton with 5 as Team LeBron wins. And heading down to the Sunshine State for the Daytona 500, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. holding good position in those final 6 laps. Then he spins off, hits the wall. On that final lap of the Great American Race, Austin Cindric edges Bubba Wallace to win his first ever Daytona 500. We'll be right back.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring automatically. So no more nudging your partner or opting for the couch. Because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base is our first system that detects snoring and automatically adjusts to help reduce it. Your best sleep, all night, every night.
And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
But Senator Ron Johnson is putting...
You know what's interesting? Liberal groups have already spent $12 million falsely attacking me and engaging in the politics of personal destruction. Their allies in the media have dutifully piled on. Why? Because they can't defend the disastrous results of their policies. During this campaign, I intend to discuss issues that impact your life. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about inflation, open borders, and rising crime, just like you.
News 3 Now compiles a quarterly report of our programming efforts to serve the educational and informational needs of children in the News 3 Now viewing area. These reports are part of our public inspection file, which is open to the public view during regular business hours. To view the report or contribute comments, contact the News 3 Now program director at 608-271-4321 or write to us at News 3 Now, 7025 Raymond Road, Madison, Wisconsin, 53719.
At U.S. Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Now you can get the most out of our 5G network with unlimited data for just $30 a month. Plus, choose any phone from any brand for free. That's right, free, including all 5G phones.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round, U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, on select models, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, a very special birthday celebration on Madison's west side today, where family and friends surprised Don Helfrich with a party this afternoon. Photojournalist Brian Troxel has this story.
We were wanting to find a way to celebrate Don's 100th birthday. Normally we would have cake and coffee after our church service, but we couldn't do that, so we decided to come to his house and get people out and make the signs and the balloons and sing songs.
This is the house right here, Brian. He's done so much for this city, and we're trying to pay back to him for what he's done for the city and for our church.
The first reaction was, my goodness, what a crowd. Well, they never turned out for me in St. John's before. That's wonderful. Good to see you all.
Happy birthday, Don.
Good to see you. Hi, honey. There's some of these people I haven't seen for years.
He's quite a people person, that he would walk up and down this entire line of people here today and shake everybody's hand and thank them.
It just makes us a closer community because we do things like this.
It's good to see that the spirit is still in the soul.
Don, we hope you just had an awesome day. Don turns 100 on Tuesday.
Absolutely amazing. I wish I had a better forecast for Don on his Tuesday, but hey, you can enjoy it indoors because we unfortunately do have an alert day for Monday night and Tuesday. Tuesday, if you can, it would be a good day to stay inside because we are looking at some freezing rain and lighter snow accumulation. Most of us, less than an inch of snow. It's not going to be mainly a snowfall event. What we're watching out for is the potential for 1 or 2 tenths of an inch of ice. Now, freezing rain, I've said this a few times tonight, but you only need a few hundredths of an inch of ice to actually cause some issues. We could see a few tenths of an inch of ice. So if that were to occur, there's even a possibility for a few scattered power outages.
All right, Austin, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. Good night, everyone.